It's Ash from Super Videos back for another video for The Last of Us on HBO. On this video we're going to be taking a look at a possibility of a major change to the story in the TV adaptation, which has to do with a change in Joel's story from the video game, specifically the story with him getting injured and Ellie taking care of him in the winter period. So stay tuned, we'll be right back to break it all down. Alright, as always, before we dive into it, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. With that said, let's dive right into it. So, of course, we did see in the very first trailer a shot of Joel and Ellie in the middle of the woods in the winter period. Now, if you remember, in the video game, right before winter hit, Joel actually got injured and Ellie took care of him, and then that was basically what took Joel out of the story and brought Ellie forward in the story. And that's where we saw a lot with Ellie and her backstory, and we saw her dealing with the David situation by herself and everything. Now, in the TV adaptation, obviously it appears that Joel and Ellie are gonna go through the winter period and experience it together. Now, does that mean that Joel is not getting injured? No, because this is just purely speculative that this means that if Joel doesn't get injured here, then it kind of takes away from that whole story a little bit. Because one of the key reasons why that story was so effective is because it showed us the extent that Ellie goes to save Joel, what she kind of sacrifices in order to do so in the time that's most difficult. So I feel like if they do end up eliminating that whole story with Joel's injury, it definitely takes a big piece of the story away. It's not going to be a huge difference, obviously, but it will be significant enough for us to be talking about. Now, it's also possible that it's going to be a mixture of the two. So Joel and Ellie are going to experience the winter period together, and then at some point in the middle of the winter, that's where Joel is going to get his injury, and that's how everything is going to line up with the video game. Now, the other piece of it is we also do know that Jackson will be brought into the story a lot sooner, and we will see Jackson in season 1 of The Last of Us in the TV adaptation. We obviously didn't see Jackson until way later in the video game, but in the TV adaptation, they're bringing it in earlier. Now, the reason why I know this is because we've been covering a lot of the behind the scenes, and I have a lot of different photographs that proves that, which I'm not going to really show here, but we do know that we will see Jackson in season 1 of The Last of Us. And also, there was another shot in the trailer where we did see scenery that was pretty close to the scenery that we saw around Jackson in part 2 of the video game. So that's definitely another layer of the story. So we might see Jackson and that whole story, Tommy's dam, Joel and Ellie going there and everything, and kind of visiting Jackson first before we actually see Joel's injury and Ellie taking care of him and all of that. So it's effectively gonna bring in aspects of part 2 into season 1 of the game while also staying pretty closely to the source material. But with that said, I'm definitely intrigued to know your thoughts and opinions about this. What do you think about this? Do you think that they're definitely changing the story and Joel is not going to be injured? Or do you think that they're doing a mix sort of thing where we're going to see Joel getting injured, but it's going to happen a little bit later and they're going to bring stories in a little earlier, stories that obviously were not in the first few chapters of the video game? So let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.